I like the party like rock star, so.
Van City Grill.
All right, I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Village of Webster Board of Trustees, December 27, 2018 to order. And if you would stand please with me, Jerry, would you lead us in the pledge?
Sure will. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Be seated. All right. Welcome, everyone. And our first order of business tonight will be our public comment portion. If you would like to address the board, please come to the podium and we'll take your comments.
Richard Walder, Webster Citizens Action League. On behalf of myself, the Webster Citizens Action League, I'd just like to wish or say that I hope everybody had a very happy Merry Christmas and wish you all, the village board, the village staff, all a very happy New Year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was not here
Very nice.
the last time for that meeting prior to Christmas, and I believe you wished us a Merry Christmas then, and I respond back. I hope that you also and family had a Merry Christmas, and we do look forward to an interesting new year. Hopefully it will be a good one, it'll be a healthy one, so we look forward to that. All right, anyone else? Okay, up front, I would like to make this announcement instead of at the end, because maybe there will be more people looking in at the beginning than at the end, but there is, it's been brought to my attention that there is a Little Free Pantry, which is a food pantry. And this is one that is on the east side of town. There's also one that's on the west side, but it is in the back area of the village parking lot. It is behind the Cobblestone Methodist Church, and
Baptist.
It looks, pardon?
Baptist.
Baptist, I apologize, you're right, Methodist that way. It is very similar to what you see with the book lending libraries that have popped up various places, but it is open. You can open it up. You can take canned goods and box goods and leave out. It is, I guess, serviced daily. And the mantra that goes with that is take what you need and leave what you can. So I would make that something that people should be aware of, supplementing efforts in the village and in the town for those who are somewhat food insecure, as it was put in the paper. So it is available, and if any of you would like to donate canned goods or boxed goods, you can do that as well.
Daryl,
Yes.
we've had, I'm the chair of the trustees at the Baptist Church, and we've had a tremendous response to that, and I just want to thank everyone who's come out and done that. I know the deacons are in charge, the trustees have put financial support, whatever we can behind it, but Doug Click,
He caught my attention.
he is the moving force behind it, and it has been one of his passions, and it has gone really well. So thank you for announcing it, because it's been a big thing for the church to start getting involved in that effort. The food pantry in the town was kind of sort of phased out a little bit, so this is a way to reestablish that whole thing, and we're real happy as a church to be involved in it. So thank you.
You are welcome, and it goes beyond actually the church in that the community is asked to help and donate.
Absolutely.
And
Yep.
be a part of that. And it's open, I believe, 24 hours.
It is, anybody can come in and,
As he put it, if somebody felt a little bit uneasy showing up to take something that they might need, there's opportunity for them to do that. And we would certainly hope that it is not taken advantage of in any way. All right, thank you. And now we move on, I believe, to village business. First of all, we have a resolution to approve the minutes from the December 13th meeting. Al, you ran a great meeting. I don't know if we can beat that time, but we'll try. There's a game tonight on too, I
How long
understand.
was it?
22 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Close. All right. If there are no additions or changes, well, I'd say any corrections, then I would ask that there be a resolution to accept the minutes as written by the clerk.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Even though I wasn't here, I did listen to it,
I did not.
read them, and I approved of them. Item 2, agenda item 2. This is regarding a supplemental agreement number 2 with Lou Engineers. It is something that has just recently come across my desk, and it is probably a surprise or somewhat of a surprise to you as well. This is beyond the bills that we're approving tonight. We're approving bills tonight to Lou Engineers of, I believe, something like $61,000. But this is going along with what they say is an amount to account for additional inspection and support that was required to account for the approved contractor time extension. So, I have not had a chance to sit with Jake to look things over as to why the costs have escalated to the point that they have. And it would be my recommendation to table this until the next meeting and consider what this entails, have it explained to us in more detail before we approve $75,000.
I agree, because it's a big difference.
The original, that we looked at, the Lou Engineering, the bills for August and September and October, the original that they are being drawn from was $78,000. So this is an additional $75,000 approval. So I would ask for a motion to table this item until next.
We'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Trustee Belkane?
Aye.
Trustee Lancy?
Aye.
Trustee Alito?
Aye.
Mayor Byers?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Our next item is item 3, resolution to approve the claims and warrants. I know that Judy had an opportunity to look at these today. It's Carl, who was not here tonight, but he was in and went through them and had no concerns expressed.
And neither did I, yeah.
If not, then I would ask for a somebody would make a resolution, a motion to approve the
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
With the exception of the
That is not part of
It's not
this
part of
one.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
part of it.
It's not part of
because there
it.
was that part, okay.
Those were very much separate.
Okay. Trustee Belkane?
Aye.
Trustee Alito?
Aye.
Trustee Lancy?
Aye.
Mayor Byers?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Agenda item 4 is for your information. We will be taking a look at the statement of expenditures and encumbrances a little bit more closely as we move into January, because that will reflect half-year costs for us at that particular point. So this is for your information. The expenditures and encumbrances, both for general, for capital, as well as for sewer. I would ask you to look those over, be familiar with them. If you have questions as we move into January, the half year, you can bring them forward at that time, and we will then consider where we are financially in the year. Okay? May I ask Christina to come as well and maybe speak to some of the things that All right, item number 5 is a resolution for Mayor Byers to sign a quitclaim deed transferring 742 square feet of the commercial street right-of-way to F.G. Martin LLC in order to remove a corner of the building at 104, 106 Commercial Street from the right-of-way. If you have all of you seen the map? Have all of you seen the map? If you haven't, it's not, I don't believe included in your packet, but if you haven't, it's here for you to look at. What happens right now is the chalet, I believe it's sometimes referred to, is at the corner there of Martin and Commercial Street. It is in our, well, I guess, right of way. And it is, they have requested that it be removed. So what this quitclaim does, if you look at the map and if you look at the information in terms of the markers and so on, it begins at this, kind of cuts out. I can hold this up, maybe you can pan in on it. It's already held up. Okay, thank you. It cuts out that corner that extends into the building itself and allows that building then to be out of the village right-of-way at that particular point. Deeds that property to them. So this is what it says. I'll read this to you. Commencing at a point of intersection of the westerly highway boundary of Martin Street with a northerly line of lands now or formerly owned by F.G. Martin LLC is filed in the Monroe County Clerk's office. Said point being 151.21 feet southerly of the southerly highway boundary of Orchard Street. And southerly along the westerly highway boundary of Martin Street, a distance of 235 feet to the point of beginning. And then it goes into detail as to the southeasterly, southerly, westerly, and northerly directions of this parcel. And it would then encompass 742 square feet or 0.017 acres. And at this particular point, the title, together with the right title and interest, if any, of the party, the first part of, in and to any streets and roads abutting the above described premises to the center lines thereof, together with the appurtenances, I suppose, buildings, and all the estate and rights of the party of the first part in and to said premises, to have and to hold the premises herein granted unto the party of the second part, the heirs or successors and assigns of the party of the second part forever. And the party of the first part in compliance with section 13 of the lien law covenants that the party of the first part will receive the consideration for this conveyance and will hold the right to receive such consideration as a trust fund to be applied first for the purpose of paying the cost of the improvement, which Don has told me is long done, and will apply the same first to the payment of the cost of the improvement part before using any part of the total of the same for any other purpose. And that language, I believe, must be here. I think that it's good. It's good for the property, and it's good for the future use of that building. So I would ask that.
You notice the utility pole upon which there's an application for a wireless communication facility is still within the village's right of way.
That is.
It's that utility pole just
right,
outside.
Right at the lower,
right.
I guess as we would look at it, right-hand corner.
Right.
There's a little circle that says utility pole.
Yeah.
Is that the one that they are looking at an application for use, or is that one that will be somewhere else on the property? I don't really know, because we haven't discussed that one yet.
They were, well, I don't know if Will has received the official application,
Okay.
but the inquiry was to put a antenna,
Correct.
whatever, on top of that utility pole.
Oh, was
That
on
exact-
that one?
That one.
It was on that one?
Yes, because there was a question as to whether the utility pole sat in the public right of way or not. So this helped.
That
It helps a lot.
defines it.
Yes.
Yes.
Defines
It just,
it.
it just so happened that coincidentally with that, the owners of the property were planning that subdivision, so they had to get it all surveyed. And the utility pole, in fact, is just outside, it's just inside the right of way.
Okay.
So, and
Anything else? You have any questions?
the owner of the property, they'll pay to have the deed recorded.
Any questions that you guys have?
That's good.
Actually, it's probably good because that property now goes under the tax.
The property going to the tax roll now?
Well, that little
Little piece of.
742 square feet,
Of building?
to be,
How exciting.
I know.
to be honest with you, my guess is that it's still, it's currently being assessed for the full value of that building
Anyway,
even though a portion of it sits in the right of the way, but
right.
you'd have to check with the town assessing office to be certain of that. So I wouldn't think that the village is going to see any kind of revenue gain from this.
Wishful
If we
thinking.
could have gotten an
It's
answer.
not always about
If we
money.
got an answer.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I understand that. This has to do with another issue that I'm involved with the town regarding.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yes. I don't know if I want to entertain any questions.
Unless it just pertains to this deed.
Yes.
Does it?
Yeah, I just wondered if, the way the agreement's written, if they ever do remove the building, does the land revert back to the village? If they want to claim it at that point?
At that particular point?
There's no language in the deed that says that.
I just wondered if there should be something that the village could reclaim it if the building's ever removed.
Or do we want?
I'm not sure that there would necessarily be some point to it for the village to take that little corner back out again
Well,
personally.
I just wondered if it
It
would,
says-
Asking the question.
it wouldn't cost anything to put it in. And who knows if the building will be there in 200 years, it may still be. Some of the buildings down that area are quite old, so.
Still.
The deed's already drafted.
Huh?
The deed's already drafted.
No public hearing.
It sits, it sits well off of the paved portion of the road. There's no utilities buried there, I don't believe. So what's,
It doesn't.
200 years from now, if the village gets 742 square feet back, is it gonna make or break the village?
No, but
Yeah,
If there is a village, 200 years.
that's true.
It's not.
That's true.
Jersey, United States, 100 years from now.
I think that that would
Good
be a
point.
good point. But,
Moving on.
so, we have a resolution here before the board. I would ask if there are no other questions, if there's anybody who would like to make a motion to authorize the mayor to sign this quit claim deed, transferring this property on Commercial Street to the F.G. Martin LLC.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Trustee Lancy,
I,
trustee Alito,
Aye.
trustee Belkane,
Aye.
Mayor Byers.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay. Well, John, do you have anything for us?
No, other than going back to that blue engineer agreement,
Yes.
if, we gotta look at the original agreement to see what it, and I don't think I have a copy of it.
Consists
Right. To see if they were entitled to, you know, like they have this fee, I don't know what that fee is, and then they have 116%
yeah,
overhead. Is that all in the original contract that allows them to charge for all that stuff? I don't recall.
I don't know.
But you need to compare the original, you know, what they agreed to with now what they're asking for, and if it's,
Actually,
if it's
it's
provided
50%
for-
overhead in this one.
yeah,
well, on your seat, well,
but what did?
well, that's a little confusing, because on this little printout, which I don't know if it's even part of the contract, it does say 150%, but in that other chart, it says 116%.
Can
Exactly.
we bring down the
So I don't know
original to the
which-
workshop on
What's it
Tuesday?
supposed to be?
We
Wednesday?
could,
We could do that,
Wednesday?
we could.
Let's do
do
that.
it in a workshop,
I think
You
Jake
know
would
that,
be
Heather?
Yes, sir.
make sure Jake's here,
Yeah.
and then look at the
But we gotta look at,
original contract,
Right.
because I,
yeah,
There's only one or two
they
things.
got this bid because of that.
all right.
So.
If they're entitled to these things contractually under the original contract, that's one thing, but if it's,
Yeah,
and I just don't know what the original.
Yeah,
I
it's such a
don't
long
either.
time, it was a while.
I know,
Possibly 17, I think, 2017.
So let's bring it to the workshop, and we can,
that's a much better idea.
But we'll have to sit down with the original contract
Yep.
Yes,
to see if they're entitled to these extra charges.
Heather's gonna get it.
I know I have it.
I probably do too, but it's easier for Jake.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Jake probably has it too.
He does. I have access to his files.
Yep.
He's got access to them.
In that particular case, we'll bring that to the workshop,
Yeah,
and if you have it, I will get it Monday.
Okay,
And
no
we'll
problem.
look at that either, we find it tomorrow or Wednesday. Or Wednesday before an afternoon meeting on Wednesday, so we'll take a look at that. All right,
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
That's our workshop meeting this Wednesday.
right, but Wednesday afternoon, I have to be there anyways for a meeting.
Also in Wild. 3:30.
All right, that brings up our next meeting in terms of announcements. We are meeting next on January 2nd, which is next Wednesday, and that is a workshop. I believe that there are a few items that we'll be talking about. The first item will be a wireless ordinance, which is going to deal with the small cell applications that are beginning to come in. We need to have some kind of ordinance on the book for that, and we, if you remember back a while ago, contracted with Cohen Law Firm out of Pittsburgh, and we have been going back and forth trying to refine something, and they're going to send by the end of business day tomorrow, they're going to send an update that was discussed in a phone conference. I contacted them today, and Mr. Roberts said that it will be sent by the end of the business day tomorrow. So we will be looking at that for next Wednesday. We also will be looking at the emergency preparedness and current policies that the village has. So we'll be looking through our policy book. Carl, Trustee Lauer has brought to our attention also a pamphlet on emergency preparedness. And Jerry, of course, has ideas on that as well. So we will be discussing those ideas at our workshop. And in addition to that, now we will be looking also, I believe, at a contract and taking a look at what it has to say. We'll look at that as well. Okay,
And what time's that meeting?
7 o'clock?
Just because you didn't mention the time. Just-
Exactly.
Well, our workshop
It's always
is
the same
generally
time,
at
sir.
7 o'clock.
Huh?
It's always at 7.
Even on Wednesdays when you never have meetings on Wednesdays?
There
Absolutely.
you go.
Absolutely. A workshop is a workshop, sure.
Mr. Mayor,
Absolutely. Yes.
Mr. Elder would like to also add for the historic preservation, North Ave kiosk discussion for the workshop.
The agenda looks too busy.
That might be a short one. But,
Yeah.
yes,
We'll keep it short.
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
you have an opportunity to drive along North Avenue.
Yeah, and take a
Look
look
to
at
your
it.
left. I believe it's up.
Yeah, close to the railroad
Yeah,
track.
It's off of Railroad Street.
Yeah.
So we'll have a discussion on it
Yeah.
and its use.
Yep. Sense.
All right. Anything else?
I could tell you that, we've started training on, for AccuFund, and it's going very well. We've had 2 training sessions already, and, we're really excited about it, so thank you.
Initiation to that, full blown, will be next week, right? On Wednesday?
Yep.
Okay.
It is exciting.
Anything else? Jake? I mean Heather?
George?
That could be good, that could be good. No, nothing further.
Well, I did not beat Al's time, however.
Pretty close.
Pretty
Pretty
close, 26 minutes.
26? Okay. In that case, I don't have anything more. Our next regular scheduled board meeting, however, will be January 10th, and that also will be at 7 o'clock on Thursday.
Forgot.
Unless we want to change it to something.
When's this getting repaired, does anyone know?
So we had someone look at it, and they didn't see any issues, so I'm not sure.
That's a weird information, because
What are we talking about?
a vendor that I sent
Oh.
here said there was issues.
Well, I'll
Like
talk to
you-
Jake again.
I gave Jake a couple contacts. And,
With the heat?
not really sure that any vendor would come in here and say there's no issue.
Honest to gosh. this
I would
is
not tell you
ancient.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ancient, I can't imagine.
You can't rent the hall out to people and have it happening in their functions. We gotta-
It's also interfering with the sound too.
Yeah,
Yes, very
A
much.
lot. Big time.
yeah.
That's why I was trying to mess with it when it popped down earlier.
Mhm.
Didn't work.
And they did.
It was in the
I
budget.
couldn't override it. I didn't know what
It's
it
in
was
the
doing.
budget to replace. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the budget, so I don't think, yeah, that was in the budget to replace this unit.
We did. I don't remember.
Well, that's why we'll have our half year
17 grand.
look at the budget.
Depends what the size, how many tonnages it is.
No, I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about the Wi-Fi sound we were having.
No.
We had someone look at that, I apologize. I thought you meant,
No, I'm telling you.
remember the buzzing?
Yeah.
We did have someone come in and look at that, and they said they didn't have a problem.
That we can live with that.
Yeah. Apologize, I thought you meant.
Okay.
Anything else? And I'll entertain a motion to close the meeting.
Happy New Year.
I'll make that motion.
7:29.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Happy New Year, everyone. Be
Yes,
safe.
and you too.
Enjoy celebration. New Year resolution shortly after that. Weight Watchers meet here every Saturday morning.
Okay.